Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Kurt Ahern. We're here today with Jen, and Jen's daughter's been coming in for some regular care here in the office for about 4 or 5 weeks now.
Yes.
She's 8 adjustments into her care plan, and I just wanted to let Jen kind of tell everyone what she's seen her daughter go through, some of the changes that she's made based upon, where she's been in the past and how she's progressing through her care at this point. So how did Kennedy present? What things were you noticing with her prior to coming into the office?
We had a lot of sleep problems, a lot of behavior, I guess if you'd say for lack of a better term, a lot of behavior issues. She was struggling in kindergarten.
Okay, and how old is Kennedy again?
She's 5 and a half.
5.5 years old, with a lot of, behavioral issues, focus issues, some of those things that kids are struggling with on a regular basis these days. In addition to the focus, was there anything else that she was having a hard time with?
Just being afraid of, just some fears that were coming and going. But like I said, those two big things were just being able to sit down, focus, listen,
Okay.
Do normal things that 5-year-olds could do.
Okay.
Maybe going to the bathroom and washing hands. Just the whole procedure
Very
steps.
about that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the focus, the sensory stuff, which a lot of kids are struggling with these days. And again, there's a lot of different factors that are tied into these diagnoses,
Yes.
into these labels. Moms are looking for some different options. And so
Absolutely.
prior to coming here, what had you been through from a clinical sense, so to speak,
Actually, the journey's been really long and tough. We went through being told that she was ADHD at first, and then we went to the sensory processing. We've been through a few different occupational therapists, physical therapists, speech, and we were still missing something. It was like we would plateau, basically.
Okay. So when Jen brought Kennedy into the office, in this office, we really want to kind of look at what are some of the contributing factors that are putting these kids into a stressed out, sympathetic, protective, fight or flight dominant state.
Yes.
Which is really the common denominator for these kids across the board, regardless of label, regardless of diagnosis. That's really the common denominator that we're seeing. So since she's been getting adjusted, what are some of the positives that you've noticed once we started to unlock those stress points within her nervous system?
We've seen a lot of great things. I think the first thing that I told you about that a lot of us probably take for granted, that our children at 5 know how to go into the bathroom and use the facilities, wipe, flush, wash your hands, and come out. My daughter couldn't do those steps. It was too many steps for her. And shortly after a couple visits, she was able, it makes me really emotional, she could go into the bathroom. She went in the bathroom, did everything she was supposed to, even cleaned up the sink for me. And it was just like, it was simple. It was like she's been doing it the whole time. And that was a huge, huge struggle for her, that I just broke down crying when she came out of the bathroom, and it was just like normal. She was, it was like that normal thing that we all think our children can do, and she couldn't do it. It was just too many steps for her to follow.
Yeah. So I mean, she's really made some great progress, some forward steps.
Yes.
And not to take anything away from, her progress. But,
Right.
I mean, it's really awesome to see the potential, that these kids have, and what can come about when we start to unlock those points.
Yes.
And that's exactly what we did, with Kennedy, and what we're doing with a lot of these kids in the office. So, I mean, she's done great. She's going to continue to do great. I appreciate, you getting her here.
Yes.
Because it's not always easy,
No,
I mean, with schedule, right?
it's hard
like it's hard
but yes.
for a lot of persons. It's hard for families to get schedules down and make the time and make the appointments,
Yes.
and I understand that, but thanks to Jen, for really just saying, hey, listen, I'm kind of all in, and we're going to get it done, and I'm very glad that, you're starting to see those results, because at the end of the day, I mean, we want these kids to get better.
Yes.
Whatever that means for them.
Yes.
All right, is it gone? Is it cured? Who knows? But are they starting to make forward steps?
Right.
Are they really just starting to shine through with that potential and be as healthy as possible? And that's where
Yes.
she's going to continue to go. go. So
Yes, I mean even on top of the basic bathroom thing, she's sleeping a little better.
Mhm.
We're doing better in school. She's on a behavior chart, and usually we've been coming home on red, which is not good. She's been coming in on really good colors, and the teachers are seeing where she can actually focus a little. She's, we're taking step backs, a
Right.
couple times, but she's actually, we're seeing improvement in
Yeah.
in the classroom too.
And it's all part of that rewiring process, kind of that
Yes.
retraining. And so
Yes.
I mean, yeah, she might come back a little bit, but then it's that
Yes.
next level.
Yes,
So,
absolutely,
cool.
absolutely.
Well, Jen, thank you so much for
Thank
taking
you.
the time, and Kennedy's been awesome. So,
Thank you.
other than that, we're good to go.